Alright, so I've got started last night. Another old codger here. He's gonna be a little more grumpy, a little more devious. Right now, he's got these little sad eyes. But I'm gonna attempt to do something to take him from, like, oh, poor pitiful me, I didn't win the lottery. And then take him to, like, poor pitiful you. I am the lottery. Ooh, Lord. Words of advice. You know what I mean? So and it's mostly in the brow, like the brow line, the eyebrows. Like that's, this guy's gonna have resting, resting poo poo face. So what we want is to come in here and put like some meat in here, and that's going to just start making him look a little bit more like he's coming out, just like he's up to no good. You know them kind of people. I remember them from school. They just had that look about them that, you know, somebody starts being really friendly to you. You wait on the hook. I've done a lot of traveling, and you get people. I've learned all of these things. People, they come and they're all friendly, and then they come around and ask you for something, and usually it's not something. It puts a hardship on you, then you can't do that. Somebody comes asking you for money, but yet you got to go buy some groceries for your family. Then yeah, that's a easy no, and you shouldn't feel bad about it. You had a family, you started a family. You did not take this random stranger. I had a guy at the Tractor Supply the other day, and I seen him. I seen him when I pulled in, just sitting there, and he was sitting in his truck, and he hit me up. I've heard this one before, you know. Hey, I don't need no money. I just need some gas. And you could follow me to the gas station. That would really help me out. I got to get to Charleston. My brother's got this, or my cousin's got that, and I just, don't engage with that. Just kind of, I'm sorry, and keep walking. Don't turn around and smart off or anything like that, because chances are that guy's got a lot less to lose than you. Just go into Tractor Supply, get your bird seed, and then get on with your life. So it's like people with road rage, they and I get it. People who don't use their turn signals, they should be shot, on the spot. But it turns out you can't do that. So, all right. So what I'm doing is I'm putting this color on. This will have to dry. This will have to dry before you can go. Otherwise, you're just going to be smearing colors around until you finally mess it up. So this is why it's good to have, 3 or 4 going at one time. So you can do a little of this one, and then go on to your other one. And because I'm gonna kind of choke these eyebrows down a little bit too. But that might could be painted on. We'll find out. And like I said, don't try to cover it in one shot. Just do thin layers. So you can still see that through that, and that's fine. Because this is all just a base layer for me to get started on. I had to get rid of the white canvas so I can start seeing, him, like he's kind of leaning down, and I'm gonna do it to where he's looking at the camera. So, and it's weird because like you have light reflections. This guy here, poor man, he got all the hair in the world, just ain't got it there. And he's gonna have a cool beard. What I'm gonna do when it gets time to the hair is like paint in some charcoal, like more of on the wider side of a charcoal, and then take a bamboo stick or a bamboo skewer and just scratch through it. Just scratch through that's like, I have a brush here. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I'll put it up against him. I mean, this is almost as fine as you can get. That is a 20/0, and even that cannot create, strands of hair. But you take a toothpick or anything like that, and you start pulling, like the hair is really thin here, but then you get and just keep pulling. And the most important thing is step back from your work. I got this squeaky chair here, and I know I need to hit it with some Goop Be Gone, but I will sit back in this chair, look at it, and when I come back here, and that's the only thing I don't like about this brush, is it's not long enough, like where you could sit here and just kind of dab, because now I'm having to stretch. And same thing with calligraphy. When you rest your palm on the surface, like the table, and you start stretching with your fingers when you're writing, like proper calligraphy is done with your hand off of the table. That way you keep the same angle the whole time. Because when you start stretching, then you change the angle of the calligraphy nib. Same thing with this. If I sit here and start doing stuff like this, versus coming in here and doing this, it's a whole different, it makes a big difference. And that's why, and like I said, I'm not even worried about like forehead wrinkles right now, any type of crow's feet. Don't go putting the reflection in the eyes. Like, that should be the icing on the cake, because that's when he comes to life, is when you do that. But you want to make sure, because he has a big brow. The light's coming this way, so this is dark, but he's got this mean brow, and we really want to make that stand out. Like I said, again, another portrait with no eyelashes. I mean, it just wasn't a thing. But so this guy here, and it don't matter what you do at this stage. Like, you're doing in such thin layers that it'll be dry the next day for you to come in here and fix a mistake or put the next layer on. Just like I said, don't leave those hard paint lines. That way you can just gloss right over it. But so I'm going to work on this critter here and hopefully make some progress on him. And we'll check back in.